Hey guys, Brayden here. Sorry for the long absence, but I took the month off of doing videos and anything else really to focus on my final draft of my manuscript, Distance Between Echoes, which I've now completed. Going into next month, I'm going to start doing editing, and then hopefully I can get everything figured out with self-publishing. I'm pretty excited. I've got a artist that's working on a cover for me, so that's going to be pretty cool, I think. Pretty excited, feel pretty like I feel like I've accomplished something. I started outlining for the second book in my series, Distance Between Echoes. Don't have a title yet. I'm really excited because just the natural progression of the story does there's a big shift in tone and even genre. It'll either be something that turns out to be really great or might piss people off because it's not going to be the same thing. I don't really want to go into detail because it's probably something that's like a year or two off before it's finished, but we'll see where that goes. I'm pretty excited. I'm going to be doing NaNoWriMo. I have no idea how to pronounce it, and I'm so sorry for anybody that does. Anyways, I'm pretty excited for it. It's going to be my first year tackling it. I've got some really exciting ideas, something a little bit more experimental, so I'm going to dive into that instead of working on my second manuscript. Plus, then if I have to go back and rewrite anything of my original piece, Distance Between Echoes, I won't get things mixed up with where character mindsets are. I don't want to get any events kind of mixed up or how emotions should be or how characters interact with each other. I'm not sure if that would be a problem with me. I'm pretty good with how characters line up and how all that figures out, but it's also my first book that I've seen from start to finish, and it'll be my first sequel, so I'm just not sure what to expect, so I don't want to jinx myself by jumping to it too early. Today's video is actually not about me talking about myself and all that stuff. It's actually going to be just a small little thing about shades of gray in storytelling. And I'm not talking about that brilliant masterpiece of a book. I'm talking about like morality. My favorite villains are villains that are heroes in their own right if you had decided to make them a protagonist instead of your main character. I love when a villain is simply just the villain of the tale because they're on the other side of things than your main character. They should have their own goals. They should just be a normal person. I don't like pure evil villains, so that can be kind of fun, but I like ones that are striving for something, struggling just as hard as the protagonist. For your heroes, with your main characters, I really like it when they're only a hero because you're reading about them. I like when they have flaws or maybe even darker elements to them where if anybody in the story were a real person and they didn't know this character personally, they wouldn't think they were a hero. They can think they've done something heroic, like somebody can save the world or whatever, but I like it when there's some consequence to what actions they've taken to get to that step. Maybe it's something that the public eye doesn't like them. The Avengers, sorry to use that as an example, but the Avengers in the Marvel movie universe right now is a pretty popular thing where the world's kind of against them because of all the collateral damage. I like that. I don't really think they hammered it home enough throughout the series and really pulled that off to justify in Civil War, even though Civil War was a great movie. But I really like when you'll do that with your character. I like when they have a flaw, like in Distance Between Echoes. I would never call any of my characters role models. Give them all a struggle or a defect that I think would make them not a role model and not necessarily a hero, but hopefully a lot more relatable and even a role model because of it. And what I mean is, like, they're not traditionally role models where they do everything perfect and they're striving and they're hitting these amazing goals. In my series, and I don't want to give anything away, it's all about struggle. I want them to achieve things. I want them to have goals and reach them, but I don't want them to set out to move from point A to B and get there. I want it to be like this, like whatever. They might even hit up from A to E. I want it to be messy because life is messy. You don't go doing something absolutely amazing and courageous that warrants a story to be told of you, that warrants people reading 300 plus pages about you, without getting a little muddy, getting a little messy with what you had to do to get there. And I'm hoping that I've captured that in Distance Between Echoes, and it's just something that I really think is important to a hero story. I'm not really a big fan of stories where it's just the hero's the good guy and the villain's the bad guy. I mean, I watch blockbuster movies that do that because I like shiny things exploding, but as for Tales, the best thing is when you're not sure who the hero and who the villain is. So I hope you liked the video. If you did, like, subscribe, share. It's been a while since I made one, so if it's been a bit sloppy, I'm sorry. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.